Today I'm going to talk about something in beauty that I know that I have never done a video about because it had never been an issue for me. But I've had a side effect of something that I want to, not a bad side effect or anything like that, but last November, it was right after my 71st birthday, I decided I was going to quit derma rolling my face, my eyebrows, my lips, and quit using Retin-A to see if the Maysama mask that I have been using, red light therapy mask, for 3 years, but I wanted to see if it would do what it claimed. And I thought I was very brave to quit using those things because I had done it for 8 or 9 years. And I'm happy to say that I have been very pleased with my skin, but I have had something that has changed, and it is the tails of my brows. I'm going to tell you about what I have done to kind of correct it, and I may go back to derma rolling, but I'm going to wait until October to decide, because once I get that derma roller out, I don't know if I'll just stop on my eyebrows, The red light therapy has not helped the tail of my brows at all, nor has the helmet that I have actually helped my hair. I don't think so. Other things I do. I still derma roll my scalp, just the top of my head. And I'm going to put some side-by-sides in here. The first one I'm going to put up is how my brows have been for a really long time. I was derma rolling, and I only used clear gel to tame them. The next one was about 5 months after I quit derma rolling. I started noticing I needed something else, but I was still getting by just using a clear gel, and I used the ABH Brow Freeze, and it worked great. And the next one I'm going to show you is my last video. In this, I have absolutely no makeup on, anything with the exception of my permanent eyeliner, and I think you can see how sparse my eyebrows are on the tail. I still use Grande Lash for my brows, or Grande Brow, and it works real well in this part, but nothing except for derma rolling helped my tails. Well, I kind of have a history with brows. I never did anything to my brows growing up. If I had a hair down here, and I'm still that way, if I have a stray hair, I will tweeze it. I've just never been into doing eyebrows. The one time I did, and I've told this story one other time, and it was in 2004. I was in Chicago on the beautiful, magnificent Mile, and went into, and I don't remember if it was Sephora or Ulta, but it was the first time I went into one of the mega makeup stores, and they were doing brows, and one of the staff people said, "Oh, I'd love to do your brows." And I said, "Okay, that would be fine." And I sat down there, and they worked on my brows, and honestly, they kind of oohed and awed and thought they looked great, and gave me a little mirror and looked at them, and I thought, well, yeah, that looks really good. And so I went about my day, and I found out that day I do not enjoy going to Ulta or Sephora. The only time I go is when I used to return things, because it's overwhelming to me. We were staying in a hotel downtown, and when I walked into the hotel room, I was by myself, and I went to the bathroom, and I was washing my hands, and I looked up, and all I could see was brows. I mean, awful. For me, they were awful. So since that day, I haven't messed with them, because I thought to myself, if I look this bad with them being professionally done, I can't imagine what I'd do. So I stuck with the clear brow products. Before they came out with brow gels, I would use hairspray. I'd spray it in a little tiny bowl and use a brush just to tame my brows, or I would use hair gel. But a lot of those things have too much alcohol, and so they would get itchy and everything. So probably about 10 years ago, I started buying different brow products, brow wax, all sorts of different things to tame my brows. I am interrupting because I want you to know I'm going to be doing a video about the thinness of my hair. It's evident right here and throughout my video. About June, I started playing with what I had, trying to color my brows in just a bit. And I decided to just try some of the pencils. The first pencil I tried was from Merit Beauty. And I ordered this when I ordered something else. I'm going to talk about the prices of some of the things I ordered. But just, you know, I have viewers from all over, and an ounce, this is an ounce. Right here is an ounce of product. So if you do this, like a little less than 30 mLs, I think they consider it 30 mLs. To put everything into perspective, 1 ounce of gold, and that's measured by a troy ounce, it's $3,300 today, and I'm rounding down. So that's the price of gold. Well, I ordered a Merit eyebrow pencil, and it's the nano pencil, and I know they help many, many people because they need brows. They need little eyebrows, just, you know, and I've got eyebrows right here. It has a really nice spoolie, and it's a nano pencil, and it's very, very tiny. And the color was good. It stayed on real well, but I knew that I was gonna go through this just as quick as can be. And I think you're gonna be shocked when I tell you, this is a like 7/10 thousandths of an ounce. So if you would get it by a true ounce, it would be like $34,000 an ounce. So many times more than gold. But I know it has its purpose. The color was good, it was taupe, and I found out color is very important. $34,000 an ounce. I will list these below because I can't remember what I paid for the Merit, but I know that the next one I ordered was from Revie Beauty, and that's Ali Glein's company. And I know that it has 3 times more product than the Merit. What I love about this, I tell you, I love the color. I love that you know that this end is the pencil. And her pencil is a tiny bit wider in diameter. And then on this end is the spoolie. Excellent. But I know I'll go through this very quickly. But it is a really nice product. It's, you know, twist up, all of them. Of course, you could never sharpen these. The Revie Beauty is $12,000 for an ounce, but it costs $24. So I wanted to try something drugstore, or a couple of things that were drugstore. And I bought the one from CoverGirl, and I'll link these below. This has half as much product in it as the Revie Beauty, and it is $9,000 an ounce. This was just a little bit too red for me, and it does have a spoolie on the end. And I heard somebody talking about this one, and I can't remember who it is. And I think it was Mary Klitzy Fritzy, and she has an excellent video on how to do eyebrows. I'm not going to talk about how to do, I'm going to just talk about how I do mine, but she really does have a good video. And I know she used some products from NYX, and I'll tell you who else did, Sandra Sallin. And I will link both of their channels below, and I will link the products below. But I think this would have been a contender. Spoolie, and of course it has a bigger top at a slant. It is half as much as the Revie Beauty and half the cost. But it was just too red. It just didn't work for me. But can you believe the prices of eyebrow products? So I've used most of these up, but I'm not going to repurchase any of them because it's not what I need. I thought I knew what I needed, but it isn't. And the products I'm going to show you, I have had for 10 years. I decided what I needed was just a little bit of help on the upper part of my brow down to just right up through there. And I found some powders that I have that work real well. I tried eyeshadow and then using a gel over them, and the eyeshadow would fade. So I thought about, I had purchased this Color Wow, and this is what I use. Like, since I only get my roots done every 3 months, I use a product to cover up this area right here, and this is the Color Wow. I have tried so many other ones and so many sprays, and I've got a little dent in it, but I've had this, I know, for 10 years, and it works great for my eyebrow. And I just take, and this is the best brush that I have found. I can actually shape my eyebrows with it. And it's a 208 from BK Beauty. I just get a little powder, a tiny bit, shake it off, and I just come right through here and put it in. I'm afraid to do any closer here because it just looks funny to me. But this works. If you have this at home, or you have any of your root touch-up powders, I would give that a try, but the color is the most important. The next thing I had, and I don't know if any of you remember these, and if you do, this is Joan Rivers Great Hair Day in brown. And back in the day, I used to do my part. I haven't done it in years. I quit doing it once I tried to thicken up my hair because I thought, why go on do a video and have all this thick, lush hair looking scalp when it's not mine. So I just quit using it. But it works great for eyebrows. I do the same thing for this, and look how big that pan is. You think my eyebrows are okay? I'm gonna keep doing them this way. You'll know why I ordered this when I tell you about something else, but I did order a product from Victoria Beckham, and it's called Feather Fix, and it tints my eyebrows and glues them at the same time. But I do like this. It has a little comb, and like what I do, I clean off the back of it, I brush through my brow, and then I press the color in, and then I go with this and just get, I've got some unruly brows. This isn't, it's expensive, but per ounce, this is the least expensive of all of them at $2,700 an ounce versus all of them. I think the cheapest was $6,000, then $9,000, then $18,000, then $36,000. But I don't know if you can get all of the product out. This sells for $32, and I will finish it and enjoy it because I do like it. And the color that I got was light brunette, and it was really a good color. So I've got to share with you what I ordered that made me want the eyebrow from Victoria Beckham. The only place I use an eyeliner is I make a tiny tail, and then sometimes I'll do the upper waterline. After I saw all those prices of everything, I decided to look at Victoria Beckham and see how much my favorite eyeliner of all time is. And it is $8.92 an ounce. And I love her eyeliners. Melissa 55 got me started on it. I have Surfside and Navy in my dressing room, and I ordered denim and Bordeaux. That Bordeaux is Melissa's favorite, and anything navy blue is my favorite. And I like them because you sharpen them, and you can get pencil sharpeners every time you order, but I'll just show you how easily they go on. You do not tug at all. And you have a little bit of time to smear it, very little, and they stay all day. So I'm happy to own 4 eyeliner pencils from Victoria Beckham. I will repurchase, so I won't repurchase the eyebrow, but I will, I love those. I have used this Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Freeze. It'll be 3 years in November, and it's really a good product, but I know I was gonna be needing something else. Right now it has softened, but I'm sure that's because of the heat, but it was really good. I don't know how many of these I have that I've saved over the years. I just would get a very small amount, work it through my brows. It literally stayed all day. And I think it's $26. So $26 to purchase every 3 years, I think it's just fine. But you know what? The chance of them quit making it is pretty good, based on my experience. So I ordered 3 different drugstore type gels, and what I really do need is I need them to kind of tame them, because I do have some ones that don't behave at all, so they needed to be strong. And I remember Elle from Elle is for Living speaking about the NYX brow glue, so I ordered some of that. It has a very nice small brush, and I just put it on, and then I take a clean brush and brush it out. And I have my choice of brushes. I save these, and I have for years. I keep them clean. I use some for mascara and some for eyebrows. So this is really good. Your brows don't budge, and I have not noticed any flaking. Of course, I haven't used any of these 3 for weeks at a time because I've been playing with them. I don't remember who I heard mention about the clear brow from CoverGirl, but it's a good one too. It's not as thick. It tames them for a while, but it doesn't do it as long as I need them to. So if you don't have wiry brows, the one from CoverGirl is very good. Now if you have wiry brows, another one besides the NYX and the Anastasia of Beverly Hills, and I heard about this from Laura Shake Up Make, no, it's Laura Ray Beauty. Laura Ray and I started our channels about the same time. And anybody that I mention, I'm going to link below, and those are people that you should go and get to know because they're pretty special. This is by Ardell, and it is called Brow Glue Instant Laminating Lift and Styler Tool. Well, it comes with this. It has a brush and a comb and then something to actually laminate. But what I do, I use it like this. The first thing I do anytime I have a product, I get the air out, and that keeps it a lot longer. So I keep pressure on it while I'm using the product, and I put the product back in without letting the air in, and it works just as good as the NYX. So I love to watch and see what other people are liking so I can try them. I've been using I bought that Maysama neck at chin to chest. I bought that, started using it like the 2nd of June, so it's almost been 3 months, and I'm very pleased. I do it 6 minutes, and I can't tell you how many of my viewers have these items at home, have different type of LED, and they don't use them. So I am telling you, consistent use pays off. I've now lost 19 pounds, and it's better than it was 19 pounds ago. So I mean, that's the only reason I did it. I thought I want to see if it'll kind of keep up, because you know, when we're in our 70s or 60s even, anytime when you lose weight, it shows up in your neck. So I don't mind doing it. It's not as comfortable as the mask. The mask, I do them at separate times, and the mask is just so easy. I'm just always aware it's around my neck, and I will kind of look and see if it's done. And I don't like it that it doesn't. I have to be looking at it to see when it stops. There's no ding or any kind of a pulse or anything. And I'll put those videos in here somewhere if anybody's interested. A lot of people say, I wish you'd have talked more about this, or I wish you'd have talked more about... Everything that I've ever talked about is in another video. And under my video, I always have, I'll do the people I mention first, then I do any of my related videos. Those are things that I mentioned that I think you might be interested in or not. And then I'll list the products that I use, and I have links. And if you use those links, I should earn a commission, and I appreciate that. Speaking of commission, a certain part of my money goes to my viewers, and today I want to announce those winners. I had received some BK Beauty items, and I did a giveaway, and I also had received something from RMS. See, I like to buy my own things, and if somebody sends me something that I decide, you know, that I'm going to keep and try and talk about, then I want to do a giveaway and use my own money to have the person have the opportunity to try those products. I used to send them by mail, and I don't do that anymore. I let the companies, I buy them and let the companies send them, because our mail is not good at all. It is not good. I don't know what's wrong, but it was $100 worth of products from BK Beauty or RMS Beauty, and I let people decide which one they wanted. So the very first person that came up was Judy Rogers, 158. Congratulations, Judy, you've won the item of your choice. And the second winner that popped up is Cindy K, 8743. Cindy and Judy, just make sure you leave a comment below, and I will get back to you and tell you what email address to use. I cannot tell you how much I welcome the signs of autumn, and there's none in the air. We've had record highs, and I think since the mid-June we have had 4 days that it was what I consider tolerable. I tolerate it, and it is all good. Thank you so much for watching, for leaving me a comment, sharing me with your friends, and show your friends how to use YouTube. I have had several people that have mentioned they didn't even know anything that YouTube existed. So that could be a real benefit to somebody, especially somebody that's older that doesn't know about it. I can't tell you how many things I look up on YouTube, and it's so easy for me. I'm talking about household things, anything you want to look up, it's there. So I thank you, and they will thank you too. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. So here we go. And ounce. Today I have done them. I called today. No, I found out of your brow. It has a really nice smooth.